submit till date, then you can submit later also. So don't worry about that.
And ma'am, how if I appear for the exam and later I submit the assignments, the marks will be considered or no
Yes,
assignments?
marks will be considered. If you submit, marks will be definitely it will considered.
Okay, ma'am.
Because
Oh,
they'll it should reach them before that like exam, but now though you have not submitted, so maybe you're right, because two more papers have been added in the already written there, that June term and exam. So I think they'll accept. If they
okay.
have allowed to fill the forms, then they'll definitely accept. Otherwise, they would have not allowed only. See, let's say we'll ask. There is a session with Smriti ma'am. She will decide the date and let you all know. So she'll give you a more clear picture. But my suggestion is just write down the assignment. It will not take much time. Keep it with you in case you are able to submit it. Submit it, and if they extend it, then nothing better than that.
I'll keep it ready, ma'am. Sure. Thank you. Thanks a lot, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, then we start today's session. And today attendance is low because I think they have followed that time schedule.
But you mentioned already like two more
Yeah,
days I will extend.
two, three times I mentioned in class. Maybe everyone has some or the other commitments. It's continuous, right? For 10, 14 days. Everybody is like busy with their professions and all. Okay. Today we'll start with, sorry. Block 4. And today and tomorrow we'll be doing that only. What is happening? Just give me a second. Huh? Okay. Is it visible to you all? Is it visible to you all?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
block 4, we have four topics. National Unit 13 is National Rural Social Assistance and Welfare Program. 14 is Food Security, Rural Livelihood Mission and Aspirational District Program. And 15 is Skill Development Programs. And 16 is Sansad Adarsh Gram Yojana and Shyama Prasad Mukherjee Ranban mission. So yeah, will cover two topics, Unit 15 and 16 tomorrow, and today I'll be taking 13 and 14. So I'll start with National Rural Social Assistance and Welfare Program. What it is a welfare program administered by the Ministry of Rural Development. This program is being implemented in rural areas as well as urban areas. NSAP represent a significant step toward the fulfillment of the directive principle of the state policy enshrined in the Constitution of India, which enjoin upon the state to undertake within its mean a number of welfare measures within its mean, the whatever also, you must be aware that they are investing in social welfare programs also. It is mandatory for them to do that. So similarly, in for the state, it is required to put some funds in the welfare schemes. In particular, Article 41 of the Constitution of India directs the state to provide public assistance to its citizens in case of unemployment, old age, sickness, and disablement in other cases of undeserved want within the limits of its economic capacity and development. So, for especially for old age, unemployment, sickness, disablement, because other schemes they are for different purposes. Now this is for those the underprivileged, or those who are like fall in category which really need the help. So this scheme is for them. The NSAP was launched on August 15, 1985, primarily to ensure national minimum standard of social assistance for vulnerable groups, old age, sick, or disabled. So they are very vulnerable, right? And to be an addition to the benefits that states are currently providing or might provide in future. At inception, NSAP comprised the following scheme: National Old Age Pension Scheme, you must have heard of; National Maternity Benefit Scheme, NIMBS. कल किसी ने बोला भी था, अजय आई सपोज, है ना? And National Family Benefit Scheme, NFBS. The Government of India on 15th August 1995 included the National Social Assistance Program in the central budget for 1995-96. So first time it was in central budget 1995-96. The Prime Minister, in his broadcast to the nation on 28th July 1995, announced that the program will come into effect from 15th August 1995. Accordingly, the Government of India launched NSAP as a centrally sponsored scheme with effect from 15th August 1995. The center sponsored these schemes toward the fulfillment of these principles. The scheme of Annapurna was introduced for providing 10 kg of free food grains to those not covered under NOAPS, National Old Age Pension Scheme. The NMBS was transferred to the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. The schemes for maternity benefit in 2001 2002, and became part of Janni Suraksha Yojana. Janni, the mother, Suraksha Yojana. The scheme has introduced two new pension schemes, one each for the widow and the disabled in February 2009. With this, the NSAP emerged as one of the important social security programs. So, बुजुर्ग, disabled and women, जो सबसे ज़्यादा vulnerable group of society हैं हमारे, they were covered in the National Social Assurance Scheme. Components of NSAP, we had gone through Indira Gandhi National Old Age Pension Scheme, Indira Gandhi National Widow Pension Scheme, Indira Gandhi National Disability Pension Scheme, National Family Benefit Scheme, and Annapurna. These five are included in that. Now, I general condition applicable to all components of the NSAP, as well as specific condition applicable to each component. So it is the implemented in the state and with general condition of all components of NSAP. The NSAP schemes are mainly implemented by the social welfare departments in the states. So it was already transferred the women scheme to social department, and other schemes are also it is generally carried out by them. But NSAP is implemented by Rural Development Department in the state of Andhra Pradesh, Assam, Goa, Meghalaya, and West Bengal, by the Department of Women and Child Development in Orissa and Puducherry, by the Revenue Department in Karnataka and Tamil Nadu, and by the Department of Labor, Employment and Training in Jharkhand. So every state, the authority to implement is different. The NSCP extends to both the rural as well as the urban areas. Now, what is the basic eligibility criteria under NSAP? It is. I found it very good that it was this given in question form, and simply simple to understand. Very simple. For getting benefits under NSAP, the applicant must belong to a below poverty line BPL family according to the criteria prescribed by the Government of India. So it was for the BP. Did I switch on the recording, Ajay?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Already run, ma'am.
Okay. So it is for people below poverty line, not for others. How are the beneficiaries identified in rural areas? As for the revised eligibility criteria, new beneficiaries will be identified from BPL list prepared by the states. Every state prepared a list of people living below poverty line, UTs, as per guidelines issued by the Ministry of Rural Development, MORD, for the BPL census 2002. Then, what is the objective of NSAP? In providing social assistance benefits to poor household in the case of old age, those poor old people, though they can't work, how they will survive. So that was taken care of. Ladies, they are not like they are dependent, but they are not taken care of properly during maternity especially, and they lack in nutrition, and also for them death of the breadwinner and maternity. The NSAP aims to at ensuring minimum national standards in addition to the benefits that the states are currently providing or might provide in future. So it is additional thing provided to these beneficiaries. Otherwise, all the states are running some or the other program for the welfare of all the uh, or class of the society, right? So these programs are additional programs. It also aims at ensuring that social protection to the beneficiaries everywhere in the country is uniformly available without interruption. So it has to be available to them on a uniform basis. ये नहीं कि यहाँ 500 है तो यहाँ 1000 है वहाँ 1500, not like that. And regular, 2 महीना आया 3 महीना आया, nothing like that. Okay. Now, when were NSAP and Annapurna transferred to state plan, and why? What is the effect of this transfer? Is in the National Development Council meeting held in January 1997 to discuss the draft approach to the ninth plan, several chief ministers of the states suggested for transfer of the centrally sponsored schemes to states. As per the approach paper to the ninth five-year plan, it was emphasized that in principle, centrally sponsored schemes should be confined to schemes of an interstate character. Matters impinging on national security, selected national priorities where central supervision is essential for effective implementation. So it is very important for central to supervise these schemes. As a result of the review of centrally sponsored scheme by the Planning Commission in consultation with the MORD, it was decided to transfer NSAP and Annapurna to the state plans from the year 2002-2003. Funds for these schemes are released as additional central assistance. So it was, though it was transferred to state, additional funds were released Development and Planning Commission and released by the Ministry of Finance on the recommendation of uh, MO Rural Development. What is the funding pattern envisaged under NSAP? Under NSAP, 100% central assistance is extended to the state UTs to provide the benefits in accordance with the norms, guidelines, and condition laid down by the central government. The funding was done is done 100% by the central government, but in guidelines which it has issued in accordance with that. What are the main features of the scheme under NSAP? Some of the important features of the schemes are selection. The Gram Panchayat municipalities are expected to play an effective role in the identification of the beneficiaries under the three schemes. So the role to identify whom to give the beneficiaries, it was the role of Gram Panchayat and municipalities. It was for all the three schemes. Disbursement, apart from the disbursal of benefits through the accounts of the beneficiaries in banks or in the post office, saving banks, or through postal money, order the assistance under the old age pension scheme may also be dispersed meetings such as Gram Sabha meetings in rural areas and by neighborhood mohalla committee in urban areas. Recently, it has been decided by the government of India to credit pension where feasible into a post office or public sector bank account of the beneficiary. So any place. Monitoring, the state UTs have the flexibility to implement the scheme through any state government department. So, any state government department can take the responsibility, like child and welfare department or a rural development department or any other department. Uh, so to monitor and it has to take the responsibility to implement and monitor the plan. They have to, however, designate a nodal secretary at the state level to report the progress of implementation by coordinating with different departments concerned with the implementation of the scheme. The progress of implementation of the scheme is to be reported through quarterly reports in a given monitoring format by the 15th of month of the following quarter. So every quarter they have to report. Non-reporting of the physical and financial progress reports is constructed as lack of progress and therefore may result in the non-release of additional central assistant for the last quarter of the financial year. So if not reported, they'll not get that central assistance. Since the ACA allocation for the scheme lapse at the end of the financial year, the installments cannot be released during the next financial year, even if a state government reports progress subsequent to the cutoff dates fixed as ever. So, no assistance from central government if the reports are not submitted on time. So, the policies which are covered under this are IGNOAPS, that is Indira Gandhi National Old Age Pension Scheme. So, again, in question form, what is the eligibility criteria for that? Uh, आप में से किसी को पता है? Any one
जो
of you?
मैम जो 60 साल के हो जाते हैं उन्हीं के लिए होता है स्पेशल 60 ईयर।
हाँ,
यस
कौन
और
होते हैं
जो
वो? कौन लोग? 60 तो बहुत सारे लोग होते हैं।
जी मैम, तो उसके बाद उन्हीं लोग को पेंशन मिलता है मैम मेरी जानकारी में ओल्ड एज।
हाँ, तो जैसे 60 साल के हम भी होंगे, 60 साल का कोई और भी होगा, तो किसको मिलेगा?
मैम पहले देखा जाएगा ना जैसे किसकी इनकम क्या है, मतलब कोई बिलो पॉवर्टी लाइन है या प्योरिटी लाइन, उसके हिसाब से सर्ट लिस्ट होता है जो प्रदान करते हैं।
हाँ, जो लोग बीपीएल में हैं उन्हीं को मिलता है बिलो पॉवर्टी लाइन, अदरवाइज सबके लिए स्कीम्स नहीं है। The eligibility criteria under Indira Gandhi National Old Age Pension Scheme is the age of the applicant should be 60 years. The applicant should belong to a household living below the poverty line according to the criteria prescribed by the government of India। ने एक criteria prescribe किया है कि ये लोग below poverty line आते हैं तो वो होना चाहिए। Then how is IGNOAPS different from the earlier National Old Age Pension Scheme? Under earlier National Old Age Pension Scheme were granted to a person who is 65 years old or higher and who is destitute in the sense of having little or no means of regular income. So it was for them. Pension under Indira Gandhi National Old Age Scheme is now granted to a person who is 60 years. पहले it was for 65 years और जिनका कोई regular वो नहीं था income or above and below household below the poverty line instead of only to destitute, like जिनका सिर्फ रेगुलर इनकम ना हो वो नहीं, जो बिलो पॉवर्टी लाइन होंगे उन्हीं के लिए स्कीम है. When did IGNO APS come into effect? The National Old Age Pension Scheme has been renamed as Indira Gandhi National Old Age Pension Scheme and formally launched on 19th November 2007. What is the pension amount under that, and whether pension is restricted to only one person or everyone receiving pension rupees 200 per month per beneficiary up to 79 years. like एक फैमिली में चार बूढ़े लोग भी हो सकते हैं, तीन बूढ़े फादर 90 साल के हैं, बेटा 60+ हो सकता है, सो हो सकता है, सो any beneficiary per month and rupees 500 per month per beneficiary from 80 year onwards. So for 200 for say, up to 79 years and 80 above 80 and above is 500. At present, old age beneficiary are getting anywhere between rupees 2000 to depending on different states. Number all the persons who are 60 years in the age, I think it is 1000 या 3 मंथ पे 700 के 800 के हिसाब से इट इज 2400 थ्री क्वार्टर दे गेट क्वार्टरली who are 60 years of age in BPL family are eligible to get old age pension. किसी को पता है कितना मिलता है अमाउंट? इट इज 2400 इन 3 months, मुझे जो पता है
1000 है यूपी में.
यूपी में 1000 है. ठीक है, यहाँ पे 800 है हिमाचल में, तो मुझे लगता है सबका अलग अलग है. वही 200 से लेके 1000 तक डिपेंडिंग ऑन डिफरेंट स्टेट्स कंट्रीब्यूशन लिखा है. व्हाट इज द एलिजिबिलिटी फॉर गेटिंग पेंशन अंडर IGNW इंदिरा गांधी नेशनल women national widow pension scheme, sorry. The applicant must be a widow in the age group of 40 to 59 years. 40 से 59 साल की होनी चाहिए. The applicant should belong to a household living below poverty line. Same criteria है इसमें भी. What is the pension amount? Pension amount again 200 per month per beneficiary. एक फैमिली में ज़्यादा लोग भी हो सकते हैं, कम भी हो सकते हैं, स्पेशली कोरोना के बाद तो बहुत बहुत लोग ऐड हो गए हैं. And the state government may contribute at least an equal amount. So later जो changes आए, पहले तो it was 100% central government scheme है, but if state government contributes, and इसीलिए the change is there, like कहीं 800 है कहीं 1000 है, जितना एक central तो एक fix amount देता ही 100%, otherwise जो भी state contribute करता है वो उसमें add हो जाता है. तो at least इसमें है कि 200 स्टेट गवर्नमेंट भी दे, सो दैट इट टर्न्स आउट टू बी 400 एटलीस्ट पर मंथ. क्या होता है आजकल 400 came into effect. It was launched in February 2009 and eligibility criteria, the applicant must be in the age group of okay, this is different, sorry. Okay, this is from other, like the third one I have not separated it. IGDPS, that is disability pension scheme, और मल्टीपल डिसेबिलिटी, जैसे ऑटिस्टिक है, ADHD है, सेलिब्रल पाल्सी है, या दूसरे डिसेबिलिटी बहुत लोग हाथ पैर बहुत डैमेज हो जाते हैं, बैकबोन बहुत डैमेज, एनीथिंग जो मल्टीपल डिसेबिलिटी है एंड या सिवियर डिसेबिलिटी है, जो डिपेंड्स क्या है उस इंसान का कंडीशन। नहीं तो माइनर डिसेबिलिटी भी होता है जो थोड़ा लंगड़ा के चलते हैं, दैट इज ऑल्सो अ डिसेबिलिटी। सो वो ये was not counted in this scheme. Only severe or multiple disabilities. The applicant should belong to a household, again the same, below poverty line. इसमें कितना पेंशन मिलता है? Is rupees 200 per month, and again it is same, like if state contributes at least 400 they should get. It came into effect in February 2009. The national family, then again it is the national family benefit scheme. I'll move on to next slide, then we'll discuss. The National Family Benefit Scheme (NFBS) is a component of National Social Assistance Program. Under National Family Benefit Scheme, central assistance is given in the form of lump sum family benefit for household below the poverty line. मतलब एक फैमिली को जो आइडेंटिफाई हो गए कि दोज हु आर बिलो पॉवर्टी लाइन, सो एक lump sum amount was given to them. A central assistance by way of a lump sum family benefit is provided under NFBS and subject to the following condition. The primary breadwinner is to be the member of the household, male and female, whose earning contribute substantially to the total household income. जो प्राइमरी ब्रेड विनर हो उसका इनकम कैलकुलेट उसमें करते हैं. द डेथ ऑफ सच अ प्राइमरी ब्रेड विनर शुड हैव occurred while he or she is more than 18 years of age and less than 65. It is basically for those जिनका जो प्राइमरी ब्रेड विनर था, आपने सुना होगा किसी का डेथ हो गया फैमिली में, फादर का, या अगर मदर ही है ओनली ब्रेड विनर तो उनका, या जो भी. सो इट इज फॉर देम एंड उनका एज होना चाहिए 18 साल से 65 ईयर्स एज में हुआ होगा तब. द bereaved household qualifies as one below the poverty line. ये तो सबका कंडीशन है, सेम कंडीशन फॉर ऑल. The amount of central assistance
चलो
under
चलो
the
सही.
above scheme is rupees 10,000 in case of death of primary breadwinner due to natural or accidental cause. The family benefit is paid to such surviving members of the household of the deceased who, after local inquiry, is determined to be the head of household. तो ये amount मिलता है, एक lump sum amount मिलता है. It is not every month मिल रहा है 10,000 rupees. Then Annapurna, which was added on the 1st April 2000, a new scheme known as Annapurna scheme was launched. This scheme aimed at providing food security to meet the requirement of those senior citizens, though eligible, have remained uncovered under the NOFBS. तो उसमें नहीं कवर हो पाए, the other reason data entry nahi hua, whatever. Under the Annapurna scheme, 10 kg of food grains per month are provided free of cost to them. Whether they are to be covered under IGNOAPS or they will get the benefits under Annapurna. Now the question arises कि अगर किसी को वो मिल रहा है ओल्ड एज पेंशन, तो क्या उसको अन्नपूर्णा का मिलेगा? In view of the Supreme Court order stating that no scheme including Annapurna shall be discontinued or restricted in any way without prior approval of the court. All the beneficiaries of Annapurna will, for the present, remain excluded from the preview of pension scheme, and they will continue to get the benefit of under Annapurna till the orders of the court are modified. So एक ही मिल रहा है, बट कोई भी स्कीम जो चल रहा है वो किसी का बंद नहीं होगा. इधर अगर अन्नपूर्णा चल रहा है तो अन्नपूर्णा ही कंटिन्यू होगा, एंड ओल्ड एज पेंशन है तो ओल्ड एज ही होगा. Pension schemes of the state government. Several states are having their own widows, disabled, and old age pension scheme with varying eligibility criteria. These schemes are funded from their own source resources. मैंने जैसे कहा कि there are different schemes. ऐसे schemes state भी run करती है, so they continue running those and उसका fund they only will do. ओके, नाउ सपोज कोई आपसे क्वेश्चन पूछता है कि मैं अगर इस क्राइटेरिया में हूँ आती हूँ तो मुझे किसको अप्रोच करना चाहिए, स्पेशली आपके घर जो काम कर रहे हैं वो पूछ सकते हैं. So the answer is the NSAP is implemented in the states, union territories in accordance with the general condition applicable to all components of the NSAP as well as specific condition applicable to each component. Some are common condition for all the programs and some are specific to each component. The NSAP schemes are mainly implemented by the social welfare departments in the states, but NSAP is implemented by Rural Development Department in the states of Andhra Pradesh, Goa, West Bengal, by the Department of ये, and the concerned department in the state may be approached for getting pension. तो आप जिस स्टेट में रहते हैं, अगर आपको किसी को बताना है और स्टेट में which डिपार्टमेंट के अंडर ये आता है, you can check and you can inform the person. How will the pension be disbursed to me? अगर कोई पूछता है तो it comes into their account or in they get in cash in gram sabha or through money order. What are the circumstances under which pension can be stopped? That is in case of death of the person. So simple questions with which date it is disbursed. So quarterly or half yearly. जैसे यहाँ मैंने कहा 3 महीने पे मिलता है old age pension. So it is either quarterly or half yearly. Whether nomination facility. So there is no nomination facility कि कोई मर गया तो फिर उसके लिए nominee amount. Whether joint account in the bank, post office can be opened for disbursal of pension is not permissible. It has to be single holded account. तो ये छोटे छोटे क्वेश्चंस हैं जो एनी वन कैन आस्क यू. अगर आप इस एरिया में काम करेंगे रूरल डेवलपमेंट में तो अकाउंट उसका इंडिविजुअल होना चाहिए, किसी के साथ ज्वाइंट नहीं होना चाहिए. क्वेश्चन वेदर आइडेंटिफिकेशन सैंक्शन ऑफ पेंशन इज अ कंटिन्यूअस प्रोसेस. Yes, identification of eligible beneficiary is a continuous. Why? Because suppose some person that person won't. अभी आपने देखा होगा कि बहुत लोग they continue to take the some advantage under various schemes because वो show ही नहीं करते हैं income data and all. So that's why it's a continuous process and the data like is verified time and again. Question: is there any cutoff date for determination of age and receiving the application? Then it is no. Anyone who fall below this age, depending on the scheme, like 18 years old for IG and DPS, that is disability, or a widow wala 60 year for old age, so they can approach if they get aware of the scheme and they are eligible, they can approach. So there is no cutoff date for that. Okay. Okay, suppose if someone asks a complaint, किसको करें complaint of the National Social Assistance Program, the nodal secretary dealing with the National Social Assistance Program in the state or the concerned district or block level welfare official can be approached for the redressal of any complaint regarding the scheme. Then what is the monitoring mechanism at the state and district level? The NSCP is included in the scheme to be revived by the Vigilance and Monitoring Committee (VNMC) constituted at the district level along with the rural development schemes. MPs are re-represented in the VNMC in the district. Then question comes whether any study has been the ORG evaluation study was conducted on NSAP summarized that the program had reached the target segment and has been well accepted by the people. So everybody, nobody minds getting any amount if they are getting from the government. So it was well accepted by the people. However, the program should lay emphasis on improving awareness level through publicity and ensure timely distribution of benefits. So many people are not aware of, that's why that restriction is not there, any cutoff time is not there, so that whenever they get aware of, they can apply for it. Then I found a report somewhere. Performance of the NSAP. According to the CAG report, about 4.65 crore beneficiaries availed the old age, widow disability pension and family benefit annually during 2017 to 21. The center released 8,608 crore per annum on an average during 2017 to 21. In addition, state and UTs have also allocated rupees 20,393 crore per year on an average during the said period for pension and family benefit scheme. So lots of improvement, lots of funds being allocated for these purposes. New summary regarding CAG audit of the NSAP. The MORD in 2000 decided to campaign through hoarding in states and UTs for giving due publicity to all program schemes of the ministry. So, Rural Development Department, they campaigned for the publicity of the scheme. The funds for the NSAP are available under National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme and were approved by the competent authority to be incurred under the same head. However, the audit observed that funds were actually incurred from social welfare scheme. So audit जब भी हुआ, it was like observed. Hence, planned IEC information, education, and communication activities under NSAP were not undertaken as envisaged, and funds of rupees 2.83 crore were diverted for campaigning in respect of other schemes of the NSAP. To promote mass awareness, the amount 2.83 crore rupees was diverted in this direction. So MORD in its reply said the matter has been taken up by the IAC division of the department. The CAG also reported diversion of rupees 57.45 crore across 6 states, union territories, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh, JNK, Odisha, Goa and Bihar. For instance, in Rajasthan, NFBS funds were diverted for payments of insurance premium to LIC for BPL and Astha card holders under uh, Panadhay Jeevan Amrit Yojana, Aam Aadmi Bima Yojana. So all this was written in the report. Okay. Abhi tak any question from your side? It's a simple chapter. फिर भी if you want to add anything or if you want to ask anything. Are you all present? Are you all
Ma'am.
present?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any question from your side? No? Okay.
Clear, ma'am.
NSAP must be implemented by the panchayats and municipalities in the delivery of social assistance so as to make it responsive and cost effective. It is if it is delivered on the panchayat and municipal level, then it will be cost effective and will be people. It will get more response also. In the process, the panchayats and the municipalities are strengthened, and it made possible for them to mobilize local resources for supplementing benefit from the government. Panchayats and municipalities are encouraged to involve voluntary agencies to the extent possible in taking these benefits to the poor household for whom they are intended. So there are many voluntary agencies also. They make people aware of They they reach every household. They inform them कि you have these facilities available, you can avail. So all supports, even if the voluntary agencies, they can take help of that. The responsibility for the implementation of the scheme rests with the panchayats and municipalities, which include in universal coverage of eligible person and proactive identification. Like it is not on the person to prove it, I am eligible, but they should have the data that this person is eligible for this scheme, and they should be approached. Special priorities for the vulnerable groups like manual scavengers, persons affected by leprosy, AIDS, cancer, TB, transgender, dwarfs, etc. So special priorities to them कि उनका पहले हो. Transparent and user-friendly process for application. Sanction, appeal, and review should not be very time taking, very tedious with lots of rules and regulations. So it should be very simple way. Certification by local governments if documents are not available with the eligible person. So local government, that is panchayat, they will certify if some documents are missing. Regular monthly disbursement of pension. Regular, it should be regular. Electronic transfer. System of SMS alert should be there. Social audit and annual verification should be done. A key role for local self-government institution was made what their task. IT-based MIS for sanction disbursement and monitoring. The computerized system should be there. Then grievance redressal system with provision for appeal and review. If there is, suppose someone applies for it and they don't get it, why? So there has to be some system of grievance and review. State specific guidelines should be there. Variation in the methods processed adopted for implementation. So variation can be there in different states. So it is the same thing. How it can be implemented and how it is implemented. The first and most important thing is awareness. People should be aware of confirmation of the existing beneficiaries. If there is a beneficiaries, the list of that should be confirmed. Identification of new one, like if we have a list of these are the beneficiaries, every time other names are added or deleted from that. So identification of the new beneficiaries. Here, the Gram Panchayat and municipalities are given the central role. Verification of applications should be verified. Discussion in the Gram Sabha, Ward Sabha, whether those who are applied for it, they are eligible or not, and then sanction. Then appeal and review in case of rejection of the application, one can appeal. Record of application. The list of beneficiaries to whom sanctions are issued must be displayed at the Gram Panchayat Ward Municipal Office and updated every 3 months timeline. So a record has to be maintained and updated every 3 months. The timeline for different process relating to scheme should be under this, and it should not increase that. Like verification after submission of application 10 days. Gram Sabha, Ward Sabha may some discussion if it is to be done is 20 days. Gram Panchayat municipality may then 15 days. Sanction of pension 10 days. The time period for disposal of appeals if pension is not sanctioned 15 days. The time period for disposal of the second appeal is 15 days. So this time limit is also defined. Now, the administrative arrangement at the district level, the implementation of the scheme is entrusted to Jila Parishad or its equivalent. At the local level, the Gram Panchayat municipality are implementing the programs. If the Gram Panchayat is found to be small to implement the scheme, then state may entrust the task to the intermediate level. So this is all about the social security scheme. Any question till now?
मैम जो आरटीआई होता है उसमें भी एक तरीके का टाइमलाइन होता है 21 दिन का, उसी तरीके का इसमें भी है मतलब?
हाँ, सबका टाइमलाइन है गवर्नमेंट, क्योंकि बहुत नहीं तो प्रोसेस होते होते सदियों बीत जाती है, तो इसलिए टाइमलाइन डिफाइन करके रखा है.
यस मैम.
और कोई क्वेश्चन, एनीथिंग एल्स? कोई ऐड करना चाहता है? ठीक है, देन विल मीट इट। अभी 7:54 हो रहा है। 8:10 में वी गेट बैक अगेन, और छोटा सा चैप्टर है वो भी विल कवर इट उसको।
ओके मैम, ओके।
ओके, थैंक यू।